Hello there, I'm Big Alice. I'm cooking rice. Well, I'm about to cook rice right now. But instead of cooking rice, dude, I'm gonna throw on the freaking headset. I'm gonna chug a Bang energy drink. Do they still exist? Yeah, I was watching Danny Gonzalez's video. It's one of the funniest videos of all time as the Say Yes to the Dress. And the moment where he says, is it say yes to the dress or say yes to the slut? And the audio just peaks and completely like distorts. Oh, what a tremendous video.
Is this say yes to the dress or say yes to the slut? Is this say yes to the slut?
What was I talking about? I was talking about something else. PlayStation. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear about... I'm just looking at my own waveform and how it peaked when I said, is it say yes to the slut? Oh, God, it's 30 seconds in. Am I going to have to censor that? Shit. Damn it. Yeah. But PlayStation. A few beers in. So PlayStation. They did a classic collection, the 30th anniversary, and they sold it for $1,000. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not 100% on exactly what was offered. By the looks of it, it was a PlayStation 5 Pro with honestly quite awesome design. I really like the design, and several other consoles, a couple of other consoles bundled in there. It seems as though it was the most price-efficient way of buying the PS5 Pro, given that the actual console is £700. But yeah. It sold out immediately. It sold out within seconds. Am I surprised? Not really. It's a collector's item, you know, and scalpers have got hold of it, so obviously it was going to sell out with immediacy. But yeah, the scalpers got a hold of the console, and it sold out. I'm sorry, and they're upcharging it about $5,000, and I know that people buy it, and I know that people have the money to buy it, and I can't condone buying it. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do, but you know, it's entirely up to you. I think this is encroaching on a sign of the times, because like I said, this is sold out, but the scalpers got a hold of it. They only made, I think it was about 12,000 of these, and you know, the PS5 Pro also went on sale around about the same time, I think, and is still widely available. You can still get a hold of it, no problem at all. You know, that's fine, because no one wants to buy the £700 PS5 Pro. I think this is a sign of the times. I was talking to my friend last night. We were absolutely housing some Halo. We were playing Halo, and I was talking about him. I was talking to him rather about the new console. And I said, look, you know, do you think you'll buy another one? Because he was talking about how he was on a 1X at the time, despite having a Series X, and he was saying, well, I don't know. I don't know. I probably won't. And I kind of feel the same way, honestly. I mean, I've said this on the channel before. I have considered switching to the PlayStation, and quite frankly, I probably will if I buy another console. But I don't think Microsoft care. I think that's kind of the point. I even mentioned to him at the time, you can stream Xbox on a Fire Stick. You'll be able to stream Xbox on many other things. I sometimes stream Xbox on a laptop. You know, there are a myriad of ways to stream that. And now that we're seeing, you know, I honestly genuinely think that Microsoft kind of knew that Sony were going to sell the PS5 Pro for far too much money. I think they knew. I think they were totally aware that they were about to do it. And notice, and this is something I didn't say during my PS5 video, that there was no Xbox reveal. There's been no Xbox announcement for a Pro, and I don't think there's gonna be. I don't think they're gonna throw one out. And I think they are rubbing their hands together and happy as hell that Sony are charging so much for their platform, because effectively, Xbox is kind of free. It's not. You still have to pay a subscription service. You have to pay for Game Pass to stream, and that will always be the case. But as an entry point, there's no entry point. You don't have to buy a console to enter into Xbox. And this is not an Xbox ad. I'm not saying, you know, it's the best system. I still think their streaming is not great. It's got far better, and I do use it now. I use it on my phone because it absolutely burns the battery like there's a fire in the village. Or in the Taco Bell, even. You know, I don't... God damn, that was a terrible reference. I use streaming every now and then, but I don't think it's great, and I'm not overly happy about this move. But if they can sort streaming out, you know, if they can curve those edges, then yeah, I can totally see this being a viable option rather than paying for a console constantly. I mean, look at the economy that we're in. I can barely afford groceries, dude. I can't afford chucking an Xbox onto the pile too. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. So I honestly think that's the route they're heading down. And I think they're very happy with the fact that Sony are charging so much for their console. And the alternative is, let's move into this new future. You know, Microsoft are going to say, okay, this is the way forward. And I'm not saying it is the way forward, but Microsoft are going to say, this is the way forward. And look at the alternative. The alternative is a $700 console. Do you really want that? Or do you want to step into the future, pay a subscription service, and just stream your games and turn that off whenever you want to? It's almost like less of an upfront charge. Do I like that? Again, no, I like the traditional way of doing things. Again, this is not me bigging up Microsoft. I'm talking about the approach that they're going to take. Well, the approach that I think they're going to take. I don't know that there's going to be another Xbox. I don't know that there's going to be another Microsoft console, which is not good because again, I like the traditional side of gaming and I've invested so much into Microsoft, so that pisses me off, to be quite frank with you. But B, do you not question why this is $700? Do you not question why the scalpers are upmarket? Well, the scalpers upmarketing it to $5,000 is because it's a collector's item. But do you not question this? Do you not question why the new system is so expensive that people actually aren't buying the new system? When last time there was a new system, they were sold out and couldn't meet demand. Sony have complete monopoly. They have everything and everyone. They can charge whatever they want. This is what I've been preaching on this channel for a long time. You don't only want one system involved. You don't only want one hand in the pot, because when that happens, they get to control everything. They get to charge whatever they want and create whatever product they want to. And when that happens, you end up with a $700 console. And don't be surprised when this happens. When you bemoaned the death of Xbox, when you pushed them away, and you're well within your right to buy whatever console you wanted, but when you said that Microsoft not doing so well was a good thing, I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that when Sony are charging whatever they want for their console, because quite frankly, they're the only people making it. You know, it's not a good look, and not a good future that we're heading into, where stuff like this is happening. And you know, those games are not going to be cheap, because if Microsoft are moving to a cloud subscription service, then who's charging for you to own the games, quote unquote own the games? Oh, just Sony, and obviously Nintendo. But when 4K gaming, oh, just Sony. Oh, they can charge whatever the hell they want, dude. Oh, they can charge anything, anything they want, and I would be afraid of that. I'm not sure what to title this video because I just kind of rambled about this sort of thing, but I don't know, it bugs me. And I'll see everyone later. Yeah. Okay.
The PlayStation is only $149, and you can also get leading titles.